They will try to. They did it on me. All right. First and foremost, give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakuda.
Oh, come. Ba'ashem, let's do it over. First and foremost, we're going to give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His Son. You know, I was going to say that before we done the other part, I was hearing somebody walking by and they was looking, so I was just going to explain the names we were speaking in, man. Because the scriptures tell you if you speak in another language, there's no interpreter there to interpret. Basically, don't do it, man. So we had a couple walking by, and that's what I was basically doing, man. We're going to give double honors to the elders, apostles that rule well, peace, salutation, and love to the elect of the nation of Israel, man, which is so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. You know, y'all the true children of Israel, you know. Something y'all have to understand, something we have to understand, man. But we understand that. I'm still gonna put us out in that same boat, man. That we're not gonna receive justice in America, man. You know, we waiting for justice to come, man. Get Isaiah 9, huh?
Yeah, Khan, like the brother saying, we waiting on justice from the Lord. Because we haven't received justice for over 500 years, and that's how my all tribe haven't received any type of justice for all the crimes that have been done against us through all these nations that came against us. And just on speaking on recent events with that trial that came up with that Edomite that had killed that Jake in his home, you know, even though she got 10 years, you know, she got 10 years with parole and 5, still, you know, Jake wanna hug her and say you forgive her, but you know, she just killed your brother, you know, in cold blood, just murdered your brother. You know, then the judge came down off her seat and, you know, hugged the Edomite, and you know, the officer was fixing her hair. I'm like what's going on, Jake? You got a whole Edomite that just murdered one of your people, and you feeling sympathy for them. But when a Jake do it, and they can do it, Jake can do it unintentionally, or you know, it could be trying to save their life, whatever the case may be. And you know, we all against our own people. So you know, I still evil towards your brother, but when these devils do something against your people, you want to love them. You know, and that's just, you know, the Lord showing the mindset of our people. Our people are gone, far gone. You know, that's the wrong mindset to have, to be evil towards your own brother. But when it comes to you know, a heathen doing something against your people, you know, you forgive them. You're supposed to forgive your brother, not forgive the enemy. The enemy been doing this for hundreds of years. How you gonna forgive an enemy that's been harming your people for hundreds of years?
I just want to speak on that too as well. You know, the Most High said vengeance is His, and you know, the Most High may get her in prison. You know, a cop going to prison being white. You know, hey, you know, they may have it in for him. You know, he may stir up the spirits on the women that's in jail. You know, to take vengeance. So you know, you know, no deed go unpunished. You know, whether it's of Yasha'Allah or whether it's of the other nations.
You got something?
No,
He's right there.
I got no phone right there now.
Oh. Get there, Zechariah 11 first.
Alright, this is Zechariah chapter 11, after the King James Holy Bible. It says, "Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars.
Go ahead.
Howl, fir tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the mighty are spoiled.
Right, man. Because the mighty are spoiled. Go ahead. We the mighty, man. Go ahead.
Howl, O yokes of Bashan, for the forest of the vintage is come down.
Come.
There is a voice of the howling of the shepherds.
There is a voice of the howling of the shepherds. Go ahead. Who is the shepherds, man? The so-called leaders, man. Go ahead.
For their glory is spoiled.
Their glory is spoiled, man. Like the brothers were saying, you got our shepherds now. They won't even show us no pity, but they pitying the other nations, man. And the shepherds are considered like our people that's in leadership, man. You know, because the word shepherd goes back to the Hebrew word ra'ash, which means the head. You know, so like in Michael 3, when they say, oh, you heads of Jacob, you know, we probably get that too. Go ahead, huh?
A voice of the roaring of young lions.
A voice of the roaring of young lions. Go ahead.
For the pride of Jordan is full.
Right, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord my power. Feed the flock of the slaughter.
Feed the flock of the slaughter, man. Because your shepherds are leading you to the slaughter, man. You know, go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them.
Who possess and slay us, man. So we've been in possession of these devils, man, over 500 years now, man. And they continue to slay us, man. What's the one, what's her name? Amber McGeiger or something?
I can't remember.
Right, man, you got the Edomite woman, she crying, with the fake tears, man. You know, whose possessors slay us, go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
They don't hold themselves guilty, man. You know, because it's a law, man. And most of these police got off on this law, man, where we not considered 3/5 of a man. So when they do gun us down in the streets or something, we not consider humans according to the U.S. Constitution. So it's like they killing an animal or something, man. And even though they gave this woman 10 years, 5 on parole, man, that's just for the public eye, man. That's just to kind of keep, you know,
make it seem like it's some type of justice going on.
Right, man. But it's not, man. She probably get out in a year. She probably don't even do 9 months, man.
Right.
I guarantee you stipulation, they ain't gonna let the public know, but the stipulations behind it, man. But let that been a so-called, you know, the vice versa, man. So-called black cop shooting a white man down in his own apartment, man.
Probably would have got life.
No, he would have got the death penalty.
Right.
That too.
Read that verse again, huh?
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Right, who possessors slay us.
And hold themselves not guilty.
They don't hold themselves guilty, man. You know, she act like she ain't done nothing wrong, you know?
Right.
And then the whole, you know, her parents act like she ain't done nothing wrong. They might say one thing, man. You know, go ahead, huh?
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
And they that sold us say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Get on Exodus 21-16 real quick. All right, go ahead. Come in anytime.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Our own shepherds pity us not, man. You know? So like the brother was saying, you had the judge. The judge considered a shepherd right now. She considered one of the heads of Jacob. She a judge, man. She's supposed to be judging righteous judgments, man. You know? But she didn't even want to judge the woman. You know, then at the end she gonna go ahead, huh?
And she was crying when
Right.
The woman was hugging the man. You a whole judge and you out here crying because somebody getting sentenced or guilty of, you know, they going to jail for a crime that they committed. How you crying about that? It's not in your own people. And then you step down from your hot seat just to go hug the person that's going to jail, the murderer. And then I had just thought about it too. Back during that what was that guy that was selling the cigarettes? They got choked out. What was his name?
Eric Gardner.
Yeah, Eric Gardner. His wife, they had did like a, I guess you could say like a conference or something, where the cop that choked him out, you know, he had basically was asking for forgiveness, and she told him nah. You know, her exact words was hell no. She said she not gonna forgive him because you know her husband is dead. And he got off lightly for, you know, choking his husband out. She said it's no time for remorse no more. Time for remorse should have been when, you know, he was asking to breathe. You know, he was begging to breathe because he couldn't breathe. And that's the same spirit that that Jake should have been in, all of them. It ain't no more time for remorse.
Right. Get Psalms 137. Let's hit on this. Get Psalms 137 and say, remember, Edom, go ahead. Exodus 21 and 16.
All right, this is Exodus 21 and 16.
Because we still in possession of the so-called white man, man. We came over here into slavery and we never went home, man. You know? So our possessors still slaying us and they don't hold themselves guilty, man. And it started in the beginning. Get that out. Before you get that out, get when Cain killed Abel.
All right, this is Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him.
Right, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, man. Ain't that's what happened to us, man? We were stole from the west coasts of Africa, man. Spain and Portugal, you know, and came over here and was sold, man, unto our enemies, man. So he that stealeth a man and selleth him, go ahead.
Or if he be found in his hand,
Right.
he shall surely be put to death.
And we still found in their hands, man. And we gonna be found in their hands when the so-called when the Lord come back, man. We still gonna be found in these damn devil's hand, man. And he crackers' hand when the Lord come back, man. And y'all gonna be found guilty as charged, man. Get Deuteronomy 28 and 6 day real quick, then we're gonna get there.
Hey, what you said? You said Psalms.
Psalm 137 when it said, remember the children of Edom.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again with ships, man. The word Egypt right there is bondage, man. So the Lord brought us in bondage again by ships, man. The first bondage we went into was ancient Egypt, man. Under you under you so-called Africans, man. And the Lord brought us into bondage again by ships, man. Via the transatlantic slave trade, man. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spoke unto thee.
By the way whereof he spoken to us. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Right. Thou shalt see it no more again, man. So once we were sold as slaves, you know, and who helped stole us and was selling us, man? You so-called Africans and you so-called Arabs, man. And we never went back home, man. So we never saw our land again. Go ahead. As a whole nation, go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So it says we shall be sold unto our enemies, man. So the white man is our enemy. The white man, woman, and child is our enemy, man.
That's right.
We were sold unto our enemies. Go ahead. And look at that little proud devil right there. He know he our enemy, man. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
And we were sold unto our enemies, man. Go ahead.
Bond men and bond women.
For slave men and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man redeemed us, man. So we still in possession. We still get Jeremiah 50 real quick. Jeremiah, I think 50 and 7. All that took them captive here, them things. Start at shepherds though. When it say probably around verse 5. Go ahead. That's it on it. Alright. Say them shepherds, you know what I'm talking about? Shepherds that led us. You start where you want to right there though.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50. I'm going to start at verse 5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let...
You might start up above it.
Start at 1.
Yeah, start at 1.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1.
And this is our main reason, man, for coming out, man, we're gonna use this word to rouse our people up, man. Because they think they supposed to forgive the so-called white man, man. That's the doctrine they being taught in the churches, man. But that's not what's the words that's in this Bible, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon.
The words that the Lord spake against Babylon, a.k.a. America, man. And who controls Babylon? The so-called white man, man. Go ahead. See all that I love y'all, man. You know. Which he look like he Jake, man. But we ain't hearing that from the so-called white man, man. Bitches and warlocks, man. That's who were the Chaldeans for the ancient Babylonian kingdom, man. Go ahead.
By Jeremiah the prophet.
Come.
Declare ye among the nations and publish.
We're going to get that Ezekiel 35 too, Habadiah. Go ahead.
And set up a standard.
Declare ye and publish. Read it again, Abdullah.
Declare ye among the nations.
And this is what we going to do, man. So we declaring this among the nations. Go ahead.
And set up a standard.
We setting up the standard, man. Which the standard is this Bible, man. The words that's in this book. Go ahead.
Publish and conceal not.
We ain't gonna hide nothing, man. Some of your pastors hiding the truth from you, man. Go ahead.
Say, Babylon is taken.
Babylon is taken.
Baal is confounded.
Baal is confounded, man. America is being exposed now, man. That's part of her being taken, man. Go ahead.
Merodach is broken in pieces.
Right.
Her idols are confounded.
All American idols are confounded. This #1 idol right here, the white Jesus, is confounded, man. We can show you in the Bible that Jesus is a black man with woolly hair, man. Go ahead.
Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
Her images are broken in pieces. Go ahead.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Right, which is Russia. Go ahead.
Which shall make her land desolate.
Right, go ahead.
And none shall dwell therein.
None gonna dwell in this place anymore, man. Go ahead.
They shall remove. They shall depart, both man and beast.
Both man and beast gonna depart from here. Only desert creatures gonna stay here. Go ahead.
And in
America
those,
gonna be just like America gonna be turned into one great big desert, man. Via thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
in those days and in that time,
In these days and in the times we in now,
said the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping.
this what we doing right now, man. And more brothers and sisters gonna come into this truth, and they gonna start to weep and mourn, man. The word weeping right there goes into complain, man. When you look it up in the Hebrew, it goes up into complain or lament. This what we doing, man. We coming out complaining about all the
Justice.
huh?
All the injustice.
All the injustice that's been done to us, man. Go ahead.
Going and weeping, they shall go
They should go.
and seek the Lord their God.
Come. Then this how you seeking him. You turning back to this truth, man. You acknowledge your offense, and now you start to seek the Lord, seek his way, seek his face, basically. Go ahead.
Verse 5. They shall ask the way of Zion.
They should ask the way to Zion, man. This the way to Zion. Coming first back to your heritage, your law, statutes, and commandments. Learning the law, statutes, and commandments. Asking the way to Zion. Go ahead.
With their faces thitherward, saying,
With their faces thitherward saying. Then you learn, you turn to the east when you pray. Go ahead.
Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord
Come, let us join ourselves unto the Lord. Go ahead.
in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
This is the perpetual covenant right now. And only the elect is gonna do this. This perpetual covenant we making with the Lord is not gonna be forgotten. It's gonna be books. It's books written in the kingdom about all the great works that we did. How we came out here and stood so stiffly, man. Go ahead.
My people have been lost sheep.
Our people have been lost sheep.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Our shepherds the one causing us to go astray, man.
They
The leaders of these people have our leaders have caused us to err, man. So everyone in the leadership position is causing us to go astray, man. So damn that judge who wanna cry about this damn Edomite woman, man. Go ahead, bro.
They have turned
Bring it out, huh?
them away on the mountains.
They turned us away on the mountains, man. From government to government, go ahead. From philosophy to philosophy. From religion to religion, go ahead. That's why you got Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, Masonry, these Greek fraternities, huh?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right, Jehovah's Witnesses, man.
They have gone from mountain to hill.
We have gone from mountain to hill.
They have forgotten their resting place.
So we forgotten our resting place, which is these scriptures, man. Which is these words, which is the Holy Bible. Go ahead, huh?
No, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. I'll bring it out. I'm going back to what we were saying earlier.
Okay.
All that found them have devoured them.
See, all that found us devoured us, man. So all nations took part in the captivity of these people, man. And none of them never wanted to let us go. The Lord always had raised up different judges in different situations so we can come out of the captivities that we was in, man.
God.
Go ahead, huh?
And their adversaries said, we offend not.
This is what your adversaries say. They don't hold themselves guilty. They say they offend not. Go ahead.
Because they have sinned against the Lord.
And that's what they say, because we have sinned against the Lord. So how do we come out of this captivity? By stop sinning into the Lord, by offending lesser and lesser. So stop sinning against the Lord lesser and lesser, man. Cleaning up your act. How must a young man or woman cleanse her way? By taking heed to the hearing of these words, man. Go ahead, bro.
That,
Huh?
Young man or woman of Yahshua.
Sound like the brother said. The young man of the nation of Israel, man. Of Yahshua. Go ahead.
because they have sinned against the Lord,
Right.
the habitation of justice. Even the Lord.
See, the Lord is the habitation of justice, man. The so-called white man is the habitation of injustice. America is the habitation of injustice, man. That's why the scriptures tell you when your house shall come back, he gonna wage war in righteousness. He gonna judge in righteousness, man. And he raising up righteous judges on the earth before he returns.
God.
Which is implementing his judgment before he executes the judgment. Which is reading the sentences before he actually executes the judgment. And when we waiting on him, because we gonna execute judgment too, man. Go ahead.
I can interject right now. That
But let me
precept.
finish. Let me just finish it one line. Even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Even the Lord, the hope of our fathers, man. So we not counting on this system for no justice, man. We ain't counting on the American judicial system for justice, man. We waiting on the habitation of justice to come back. The hope of our fathers. Go ahead.
All right, this go back to something I said earlier about, even though the Jakes in the court system were giving her sympathy and everything, but the Most High may regard justice on her in prison. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8. If thou see the oppression of the poor and violence perverting of judgment and justice in
Where
a
you at?
province. Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. Ecclesiastes in the Bible 5 and 8. If thou see the oppression of the poor and violence perverting of judgment.
If you see oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment, that's what you seen when this cracker woman got 10 years for killing one of our brothers, man. That was read it again.
It said, if thou seest the oppression of the poor
Right.
and violent perverting of judgment
And that's just one case. That's one instance, man. Go ahead.
and justice in a province,
Right.
marvel not at the matter.
Marvel not at the matter. Go ahead.
For he that is higher than the highest.
He that is higher than the highest. So this case could have went to the Supreme Court. That's like the highest judges, the highest justice supposed to be in America. And they could have let her off, man, with an easy sentence. But he that is higher than the highest, which is the judge of the whole earth, man. You got something? Get Job 9 and 24 real quick. Go ahead, huh?
Okay, it said, for he that is higher than the highest regarded,
He that is higher than the highest regarded.
and there be higher than they.
And there be higher than they, man. And who is that be higher than they, man? Which is the Heavenly Father, but she put our Lord and Savior, His only begotten Son, in the charge of everything. So he is he that is higher than they, man. Perverting of justice in the province, marvel not, man. Go ahead. So we ain't marvel at that. We actually thought she wasn't gonna get no time. She was gonna get out. So the little time she did get, they just trying to make it look good right now, man. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Then they put a black judge to judge it, man. But that's showing you, and that's showing you though, you crackers time coming, man. You're huh?
Also showing that I ain't gonna say that they must be they got control over them.
Bro. What wrong, bro?
I just make sure I was on camera so I can wait.
Oh no, the camera going this way. What about this saying though right here, man? What you know about this? Cause this all biblical what we doing now. It's all you probably right. Jesus was a black man with woolly hair, he wasn't white.
According to the Bible.
According to the Bible. So that's why this a man that actually lived during the Renaissance period. Cause
Y'all selling barbecue?
we selling barbecue plates.
Yeah.
Come on, now you want to play with? Is you gonna play with your pastor like that at church?
Hey man, y'all got some Hennessy over there?
Hey,
That's what I thought.
hey, the Lord gonna destroy you, you dumb nigga. Go ahead, See, that's what's wrong with our people that want to play fucking games, man. They ain't gonna play with they pedophile ass pastor tomorrow, man. They want to play with us, man. Go ahead, man. And I'm gonna say this, man. Jesus was a black man with woolly hair, man. He wasn't no white man, man. And that's
Right.
in the Holy Bible, man. So when you go to church tomorrow, ask your pastor about that.
That's right.
He needs the scriptures to prove it. Revelations 1 and 13, Daniel 10 and 5, Jeremiah 14 and 2, Isaiah 29 and 22. Plenty more scriptures. And the truth matters. Go ahead. Where we was at?
This Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. So during the Renaissance period, that's when the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Your forefathers. Go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yes.
This the main judge face he covered, man. The highest judge on the earth, which is who the world called Jesus, man. Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is he? Who else done this right here, man? Who else covered the face of the Lord and Savior? It made it look like him, man. Only the so-called white man done this, man.
And just to comment on what them people were saying, they not really scoring at us, they're really scoring at the Lord. Because that's what the scriptures say when they Yahweh said when they mock you, they not really mocking you, they mocking the Lord. And see, they don't know that. They don't have that understanding and knowledge. So when the Lord brings judgment on them, if they don't repent, they gonna have to suffer for that.
Go ahead, what you had something about?
Yeah, I was gonna bring out that.
That's what's wrong with our people, though, man. They want to play with us, man. I bet they saw the so-called white man up here, man. You had Joel Osteen or somebody up here, they ain't gonna play with him like that, man. They
Right.
want to play with us, but it's good, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring out what the brother was saying back in 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. It said, they laid open the books of the law, wherein the heathens had sought to paint the likeness of their image.
So we opened the book of the law, which is these holy scriptures, man. The heathens done it way back during the time of the Greeks, man. They sought to paint the likeness of their images. Go ahead. Because they want to be us, man. That's what this whole thing is about, man. The white man wants your blessing, man. The white man want to be you, man. I think for an ounce of melanin, it's like $300. It's higher than the price of gold, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I was about to say they literally extracting melanin from our people, and probably from other people too. They got melanin that's not Israel, and selling it, and the white people injecting it into their skin, or however they take it. They trying to get themselves melanated, and they taking your organs as well. They taking your organs and selling them.
Gonna keep going in there. Maccabees, you want to
Read that again.
All right, this is 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. And they laid open the book of the law.
Hold on. You slow it up a little bit.
42.
And this actual history right here, man. During the times when the Greeks had came and took us down, man. So the earth was given into the hand of the wicked back then, man. Matter of fact, first back would be one where it say evils was multiplied in the earth. Get it real quick. Just to prove the point. We're gonna go right there. First read verse 1. Where let us know who you're talking about it.
This first Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
And this is going into who the world knows as Alexander the Great, man. He's actually mentioned in the Bible, man. But this is why they took this book out of the Bible, the Apocrypha, man. Go ahead.
Who came out of the land of Chittim.
Came out of the land of Chittim, go ahead.
Had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
Right.
That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Y'all got a question?
We the Israelites, according to the scriptures. See, in America, we was labeled as black, African American, color, all these different names, but you ain't gonna find it in the Bible. But according to the Bible and the prophecies, we the Israelites. You read Deuteronomy 28.
We the chosen people of the Lord. Damn devil, man. That's that little devil trying to run them off, man.
Little treasure trove. We're working for his treasure. He getting his treasure now. We're gonna work it like that in the kingdom.
All right, this first Maccabees said,
now just read down to that point.
Verse 2. And made many wars and won many strongholds.
And this going to Alexander the Greek, man. You know, which he made many wars and won many strongholds. So this when the earth was first given into the hand of the wicked, man. But it wasn't on the level it's on now, man. Because now the white man got satellites, he got his nuclear bombs. So the earth, it has fulfilled that scripture that the brother read in that Job 9:24 to its fullest now, man. Man can see over the whole earth at one time. He can destroy everybody on the face of the earth, man, with the drop of a few bombs, man. You know, with his biological warfare. So the earth is really giving it to the hand of him right now, man. Go ahead.
And slew the kings of the earth.
Right.
And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations.
Right, say he slew Darius, man. You know, go ahead. So you got to have this Apocrypha. Understand Daniel the 7th chapter, 8th chapter, and the 11th chapter. Go ahead.
Insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
Right.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
He was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. Go ahead. So it say the earth was quiet before him. Then you know the earth was given into his hand then, man. Could nobody rise up and say nothing against him at this time. Go ahead. And it show you that in that movie, go ahead, I was finna say 300, but that was the rulership of the Persians. But it show you in 300s, when the Greeks was fighting against the Persians, it show you in that second 300, that when the Greeks started to win that war, man, it show you when go ahead, let's go ahead, bro. All right.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
Right, and who became tributaries unto him. And we became tributaries unto them. Go ahead.
And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die.
Right.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
Right, man. So Alexander, go ahead. So Alexander divided his kingdom into his 4 generals, man. This biblical history, and this is known as historical facts, man, about Alexander the Greek, man. Go ahead.
So Alexander reigned 12 years
Right.
and then died.
Because Alexander was a flaming faggot, man, a homosexual. Go ahead.
And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right.
So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
This when evils was multiplied in the earth, man, because they are considered the wicked. Go ahead,
All right, this first Maccabees 3.
You can hold us on.
3 and 42. It said, now when Judas, as his brethren saw,
Read 42 again.
it says, now when Judas and his brethren saw
And it's
that
going into
misery-
Judas Maccabees, man. Which today he would be considered a Haitian, man. Go ahead. And notice how, even in our time of slavery, the Haitians was the first nation of people that fought the so-called white man back and won, man, and declared their freedom, man. So that main general who's behind that, man, it could have been Judas or one of the brothers or one of the Maccabees brothers in the reincarnation, man. Because the Haitians was the first tribe to fight and get their freedom back. So that's why the white man vowed to make the Haitian the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. But to this day, man, go ahead, bro. It goes back to biblical history, man. So we read about Judas right here. He'll be a so-called Haitian today. Go ahead.
In verse 42, it said, now when Judas and his brothers saw that misery were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders,
Right.
for they knew how the king had given commandments to destroy the people and utterly abolish them.
Right.
They said one to another, let
So
us
this happened during our slavery, man. They encamped at our borders to where we had fled into Africa. You know, when we was controlling Europe, they encamped around about us. They came up with a plan, man. And then when they got us over here, they changed our name, changed our beliefs. I ain't gonna say religion, they changed our beliefs, man. It gave us religion. That's why when they came, the slaves, when they try to call themselves conquerors or whatever, they was murderers and rapists and robbers and thieves, man. They had something called missionaries with them to reprogram the people basically, man. Okay, so that's why the Northern Kingdom, that's where y'all get y'all Catholicism from, man. Go ahead.
He looked at the sign and he smirked and sat back.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 43, it said, they said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people.
Let us restore the who?
Decayed fortune of our people.
So we doing that same thing, man, but we doing it spiritually, man. We doing this on the spiritual level. Now we restoring our people spiritually first, man. Because even then, the majority of our people weren't destroyed spiritually, man. They had came destroyed us physical, man. But the spirit, you have to restore the people spiritually first, man. On this going around, go ahead. So we building up the temple, which we didn't make up the temple now, man. So we doing it spiritually, man. Go ahead.
And let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
Let us fight for our people in the sanctuary. Go ahead.
That's
Then-
what we're doing too.
Come.
That's what we out here doing. Even in your day-to-day lives, you fighting the fight for your people, for the salvation of your people. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua come back and save us. It's a daily fight.
Get that in what is it, 2 Timothy 4? I fought the good fight. Get that real quick. Go ahead,
Then was the congregation gathered together,
Then was the congregation gathered together.
that they might be ready for battle,
Come.
and that they might pray.
That they might be ready for battle, man. So we preparing our people mind, making their mind ready for the battle. What it say, y'all?
And that they may pray
That they may pray,
and ask mercy and compassion.
that they may pray and ask mercy and compassion. That's the end of that verse.
Yeah.
Get second Esdras, I think it's 16. What's that? Make their mind ready for the battle. Got it out around verse, I think it's around verse 34 or something. To get it real quick. What? 2 Timothy 4 is almost at the end of the verse. He said, I fought a good fight.
It says 2 Esdras 16.
It's 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. It chapter 4, verse 7. I have fought a good fight.
Right.
I have finished my course.
Right.
I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing.
So we gonna fighting the good fight now, like the brother was saying, man. I was doing it back then against the same people, man. And guess what? The same people killed him, man. Because it turned to the Greco-Roman Empire, man. But it was the same people. Y'all were all Edomites according to the Bible, man. The red people. Go ahead, man. Come in, step in.
All right, this second Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those,
Read that again. Get Ezekiel 13.
it says, O my people, hear my word.
Oh, my people, hear my words. Go ahead.
Make you ready to thy battle.
Make you ready to the battle, man. So we trying to prepare our people for the battle to come, man.
Spiritual.
Right, man. You gotta be ready mentally and spiritually first. But the battle is gonna turn physical, man. Go ahead.
And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
See, these evils, we're gonna be as pilgrims on the earth, man. We're gonna be on the run. We're gonna be at the house trying to protect the house, my house gonna get this. No. It's gonna be time to be on the run then, man. Because the mark of the beast gonna be implemented. It's gonna be a great insurrection upon all those that fear the Lord. You know, it's gonna be total chaos on the earth, man. Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead.
You said Ezekiel 13.
Start at one. At the top. We're going back to the Maccabees.
It's Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, Hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh power. Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit.
So we prophesying against you fake leaders, man. Because you're not teaching the people right. You're not preparing them to the battle. You're not pleading the cause of the fatherless, man. You're not calling for justice for these people, man. You was right along clapping when the man hugged this damn cracker woman, man, this cave woman, man. Talking about he forgive her, man. Go ahead.
And have seen nothing.
And have seen nothing, man.
O Yashala, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
Thy prophets are like the prophets in the desert.
Foxes.
Foxes in the desert, man. Which is this word fox goes back into jackal, man. Which they like to feed off dead flesh, so they feeding off your ignorance. Go ahead.
Ye have not gone up into the gaps,
You have not gone up into the gaps,
neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand.
neither made up for the hedge or to the house of Israel to stand. Go ahead, bro.
In the battle in the day of the Lord.
In the battle of the day of the Lord, man. Because that's what's approaching, man. It's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna be race wars, man. And that's what's brewing. Thus saith the Holy Bible, man.
That's right.
Some of your pastors scared to talk about, man. But we gonna talk about it, and we gonna prophesy against your foolish pastor, man. That's it on it, ain't it? Huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, there's one more. They have seen vanity and lying divination.
They have seen vanity and lying divinations, man. Think all nations gonna walk into the kingdom hand by hand, man. That's a lie. This kingdom is for the nation of Israel. The coming back of the Lord is for the justice of Israel. Justice of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Go ahead, huh?
They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, The Lord saith, and the Lord have not sent them.
Right.
And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word.
And they have made others to hope that they may confirm their words, man. Go ahead, huh? Read that verse over again in Maccabees. That's the battle. So you back in Maccabees,
First Maccabees.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right, it said, this is First Maccabees 3 and 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people.
That's what we doing, man.
Let us fight for our people in the sanctuary.
Right. Let us fight for our people and the sanctuary. Go ahead.
Then was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle.
Right. Being
And-
that the congregation was gathered together, that they might be ready for battle. Go ahead.
And that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
And that's that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
And like the brother was saying, everything happens spiritually now. It's the same thing going on. History repeating itself. We preparing the people. We trying to prepare our people for the day of the Lord and for everything that's coming after us. And we constantly just praying and hoping for our people to come to wake up. We know the elect gonna wake up though, but everything is repeating itself all over again. It's just spiritually now.
All right, verse 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down.
And this actually talking about the land, man. Go ahead. But we are people before we are place, man. So Jerusalem lay our sanctuary lay waste, but we restoring it, man. We rebuilding it. Going back to Revelation 11. Rise and measure the temple, man, and those that worship therein. Go ahead.
And aliens keep the stronghold.
Aliens keep the strongholds, man. Aliens got the stronghold of our land right now, man. We gonna get Ezekiel 35, Abadiah. Go ahead.
The heathens had their habitation in that place. And joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe was the harp ceased.
And we just read about it said a pipe and a harp will see. That's why we're gonna get Psalm 137 next, man. We just read in Deuteronomy 28 how we should see it no more, man. We should not see it no more. Go ahead.
Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mizpah.
And this is what we doing now. We assembling ourselves together, man. Via this word. The word gathering us together and the elect together, though. This ain't of our own accord or nothing. What it say, from the east to the west, they should be gathered by the word, man. By these words. Go ahead. What Ezekiel 37? Prophesying to the wind, breath into them. And what stood up on their feet, get that real quick. And exceedingly mightily army. Go ahead,
It says, over against Jerusalem, for in Mizpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel.
Right, man. Go ahead. So we sending up prayers and everything, man. We sending up spiritual sacrifices right now for our people. Go ahead.
Then they fast that day and put on sackcloth.
Go ahead.
And cast ashes upon their head.
Right, man. We this the sackcloth. We prophesying this sackcloth. Go ahead.
And rent their clothes.
Right.
And laid open the books of the law.
Hey, we laid open the books of the law. We came into the truth. We looking at the law. You might open up a Bible. Go ahead.
Wherein the heathens had sought to paint the likeness of their image.
Every Bible you open, I guarantee you got all the heathens. You got the white man. Everybody white in there, man. Unless you go get one of the African heritage Bibles, and you got the people black, But in the Bibles we got, man, you got the heathens sought to paint the likeness of their image.
And if you look at all the hieroglyphics that's written on ancient walls and caves and stuff, it clearly depicts, excuse me, the Israelites were dark-skinned people or brown-skinned people. It also clearly depicts the Romans and the white man in there in some of those cave images as well. So, as the scriptures say, they covered it up during the Renaissance time. They tried to paint their own image. And taking all the Russian art shows the Israelites and the Hebrew as being dark-skinned people, brown-skinned people. All right, verse 49. They brought also the priest's garment and the first fruit and the tithes.
So what they brought? The priest's garment and the first fruits. Who is the first fruits now, man? The 144,000, man. What you was holding? Get that real quick. We finish that verse, you're gonna get the first fruit.
It said they brought also the priest's garment and the first fruit and the tithes and the Nazarites. They stirred up who had accomplished their days.
Huh. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
There ain't no, you where they gather the stones. That's coming, ain't that's verses before this. It's probably verses before this. But if that's it, you can start right there. Get the first fruits though, First, you get let me see where you at. Where you stop at?
Verse 49.
Then we're gonna keep reading down on this. Get the first fruits real quick, bro. Like if you start at the top if you want to on this, you gotta start at the top.
It's Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. So we know it's supposed to be fathers and sons, which is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. What you about to say? Huh?
Exactly.
Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder, and heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as if it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn the song but the 144,000.
Right, man. So no man can learn this song but the 144,000. Go ahead.
Which were redeemed from the earth.
Right. So you even got the Judah, the Maccabees brother back, man. You know, cause they part of the elect, man. The Maccabees brother back just one time to take Esau down there, man. Now they gonna be back to get their revenge, man. Go ahead.
These are they which were not defiled with women, but they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
Right, follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So they been with Yahweh Shai since before the foundation of the world, man.
Since they were created.
Right.
These were
they was the first spirits created by Yahweh Shai, man. Because Yahweh created Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai created all the spirits, man. So the 144,000 men were the first spirits he created. And they follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth, man. So we have to carry out our mission too, man. Lord willing, we up that number. So with the 144,000 will carry out, they got to do it. Each one of them have a duty to do. To raise up the elect, basically, man. They're great multitude, so each one of them have a duty to do. You know, whether it's to die for the truth, like some of the disciples did in the past times, man, which they back too. Go ahead,
These were redeemed from among men.
Did you say you got the first fruit yet?
That's coming up.
Okay.
These were redeemed from among men.
Redeemed from among men. Go ahead, where it was purchased with a price. They was redeemed, man. Go ahead.
Being the first fruits unto the Most High, unto the Lamb.
Being the first fruits of the Most High unto the Lamb. So when you look that word first fruits up there in the Greek, it's a parke, which basically means men who have been consecrated to the Most High for all time, man. You know, that's one of the definitions, but that's the definition I want right now. As even when the sacrifices were made, going back into Cain and Abel, you had to offer up your first fruits, man. This is symbolic of the first fruits coming, which is gonna be the first fruits, the men, man. The men who was consecrated to the Most High for all times, man. They get that again up.
All right, this is 1 Maccabees 3:49.
Come.
They brought also the priest's garment and the first fruit and the tithes.
Right.
And the Nazarites, they stirred up, who had accomplished their name.
Come.
Then cried they with a loud voice towards heaven.
Then cried they with a loud voice towards heaven. So this what we doing, man. What the scripture tell us, cry loud, spare not. So we cried, man, with our voice toward heaven, man. Go ahead.
Saying, what shall we do with thee? And whither shall we carry them away? For thy sanctuary is trodden down.
Right, which we the sanctuary now, man. So now we rising up and measuring the temple. And those that worship therein, go ahead.
flames. And they, as our priests, are in heaven and brought low.
Right, man. So we was in heaven and we was brought low. But now we being raised back up again, going back into rise, man. So this word causes us to rise, man. Go ahead. So we being put back on the level we supposed to be on, go ahead.
And lo, the heathens are assembled together against us to destroy us.
The heathens are assembled together to destroy us right now, man. Go ahead.
What things they imagine against us, thou knowest.
Right.
How shall we be able to stand against them?
Right, go ahead.
Except thou, O power, be our help.
Because they gonna come against us again, man. They tell you that, what verse that is? Right there, that's the end of that verse. Get Zechariah right quick out when it said that all nations, 12 and 14.
You say what?
All nations gonna be gathered together against Jerusalem.
This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh.
Behold, the day of the Lord coming. So all this gonna come again, man. But this time it's gonna be for all the marvels, all the resources, everything, man. The whole earth. Go ahead.
And thy spoils shall be divided in the midst of thee.
Right.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
So the Lord gonna gather all nations against our people for the battle, man. And the land too. That's what you see brewing right now, man, over there in the Middle East, man. Go ahead.
And the city shall be taken.
What Trump say? Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. You had like 100 and some nations like, look, now hold on now, you know what I'm saying? So this gonna happen again. But it's a people before it's a place. And then the scriptures tell you when the siege is against Jerusalem, it's also against Judah, man. That's coming up, man.
And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished.
Right.
And
so this going into our people again, man. Because this gonna be the time of Jacob. This speaking about the time of Jacob's trouble right here, in other words, man. Go ahead.
And half the city shall go forth into captivity.
So that's why they got their FEMA camps, man. But we already understand that we should be in pilgrims in those days, man. And when everything start happening, we already know the insurrection gonna be against the men of the law. So we gonna already be on the move, man. You know, we gonna be on the. Hey, Judas and them was on the move. Judas and them was on the way, with hiding in different mountains. They'll come win a war. You know, it's a stronghold. Then they'll go in to hide. You know, they'll pray. They'll do whatever they have to do. They'll come back, man. Go ahead. It's going down again, but this time this is for the salvation, man. Go ahead. Huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, add to that, you know, that's where in 2nd Ezra 16 it was saying if you buy it as though you're not gonna keep it. If you build it as though you're not gonna live in it. If you sell it, but not, you know, don't get caught up in you know, you buy a house, you just built this, you know, when it's time to go, it's time to go. You know, so he's saying don't get caught up in the worldly treasure.
This is Zechariah 12, all right, go ahead.
And the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Oh.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of the battle.
Right, man. So going back to make your mind ready for the battle. What battle, man? A lot of our people don't understand it's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna be the children of Israel against all nations, man. Mainly our arch enemy, you so-called white people, man. Esau, you Edomites according to the Bible, man. You stop right there. Where you at? You read down the verse 12. Yeah, you can start right there. Go ahead, start at 1. Read the 2, verse 1 and 2 right there.
This is Zechariah 12 and 1. It said the burden of the word of Yahweh for Israel.
Right, this is the burden of the word of the Lord for Israel, man. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord,
come,
which stretches forth the heavens,
right,
and layeth the foundations of the earth.
come,
and form the spirits of man within him.
Right.
Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people around about.
So the Lord has made us a cup of trembling to all the people round about, man. You know, the people and the land. Your aunt, hey, he like that. You see him shaking his head? Yeah, he might be Jay.
He got that gremlin on there.
Now you know he doing the
Yeah, he valet.
He the valet.
Oh,
It's the valet guy. Read that again.
It said, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people around about.
And it's talking about the land and the people, man. Go ahead.
When they shall be in siege both against Judah and against
See,
Jerusalem.
when they should be in siege against both Judah and Jerusalem, because we the children of Judah and Jerusalem, according to Joel chapter 3. Let me see, do you need to keep going on that up?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people.
See, we're a burdensome stone for all the people, man. Because everybody, you got every nation think they up next to rule over us, man. Going back to Psalms 83, man. They, like you say, all the get Psalms 83, y'all. All the nations, remember even in Maccabees, where they say all the nations, all the heathens are assembled together against us, man. You know, go ahead, huh?
All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces.
All that burden themselves to these people, y'all finna be cut into pieces now, man. And all y'all have burdened y'allself. Y'all move, you got the other heathen nations, move to our neighborhood and get the same. But before the white man let y'all move into the neighborhood, man, he already trained y'all. He already say, look, y'all just gotta treat them like we've been treating them. Y'all know the plan, you know the script, you know. When you all come open up your business in our neighborhoods, man. Go ahead. You get to come in.
Though
anytime,
all
bro.
people of the earth be gathered together against it.
So though all people of the earth be gathered together against it, the people and the place and the land. It's the people first though. Before it's a place, go ahead.
In that day, says Yahweh, I will smite every horse with astonishment,
Come.
and his rider with madness.
It right.
And I will
Going
open-
into your military, basically your military might. Go ahead.
and I will open my eyes upon the house of Judah,
Come.
and will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
Right.
And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength.
Right.
In Yahweh of hosts, their power.
Right. Going back into Jeremiah 50, we gonna make a perpetual agreement with the Lord, man. You know, ask what's the way to Zion, because we gonna understand this is our power. This is what the elect gonna understand. This is our strength. This is our power right here, man. The key though, we gotta wait till the Lord rise up to the prey, man. So we gotta get right spiritually first, man. You know, and then the physical battle gonna come. They gonna get physical first, and then that's when we gonna get. That's when we gonna get physical with them, man. Oh, the physical battle coming too, man. Ezekiel 25, go ahead.
In that day will I make the governors of Judah like an hearth of fire among the wood.
This is, and you see the governors of Judah being raised up right now, going into the government. The government gonna rest on Yahweh's shoulders. We like the governors, man. The first fruits. Go ahead. We govern everything. We getting everything in order for Yahweh, man. Cause he's not gonna do all the work. We got our work to do, man. Just like you got a government body, and you got the workers under the government. You got your governors. You got your mayors. You know what I'm saying? You got all of your Senate. You know. Go ahead.
He already did his part
Right. The Lord already done his part.
with his first part.
He died for the sins of the nation of Israel. Then he broke the seals of the book so that we can receive that Holy Spirit and receive this truth, man. This truth is what's going to give you that energy and that power to bring this white man out his power seat, man.
Right.
That's why the brothers used to say in the 60s and the 70s, knowledge is power. Our people don't know that no more. They think they think the money is the power, which money give you power, but the white man can take that from you, man. He can't take the knowledge from you. He can't take, when you get this knowledge in your spirit, he can't take that from you, man. Go ahead, bro. But he beat it out of us until we was raised up, being taught a lie, thinking we was being taught the truth, man. So now we here to restore our people, man. But they have to be restored spiritually first, man. Go ahead, bro. We ain't no damn African Americans, no Afro Americans, man.
That's right.
We the chosen people of the Lord, man. We the Israelites, man. We
Right.
the princess and prince. We the prince and princess of the Most High, man. We the sons and daughters of the Most High God, man. Go ahead, bro.
And like a torch of fire in a sheaf, and they shall devour all the people round
Joel
about.
3. Come on, yo, we gonna get there. Go
On the
ahead.
right hand and on the left
Y'all
hand.
read that again, out.
It said, in that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood.
So the Lord making us like a hearth of fire among the wood, man. Go ahead.
And like a torch of fire in a sheaf.
And like a torch of fire in a sheaf, go ahead.
And they shall devour all the people round about.
And we're going to devour all the people round about. Thus saith the Holy Bible, man.
Right.
See, your preacher forgot to tell, he forget about the scripture that everybody got to reap what they sow, man. Ain't no forgiving this damn devil, man. Go ahead. You like this. Go ahead.
On the right hand and on the left hand, and Jerusalem shall
Right.
be inhabited
Hey.
again in her own place.
Read that again, Salakia. I don't want to go ahead, bro.
It says,
The Lord still
And they
got his
shall
secret.
devour
Go ahead.
and they shall devour all the people round about.
Right, man.
On the right hand and on the left hand.
On the right hand and on the left hand, man. We're going to do it as a whole nation this time, man. At this time with Judas and Maccabees, we just had the southern kingdom over there in the land, man. You know, you had the Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, man. The northern kingdom had already took flight and came over here, man. So we just had the southern kingdom during this time, man. Go ahead, bro.
And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place.
And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place by her own people. That's it.
Even in Jerusalem.
Even in Jerusalem. So that's let you know it's a people before it's a place right there, man. What you got?
I got some.
But the point I was gonna make, the Lord still got his secret disciples, man. He got his sleeper cells, man. And like Esau have his sleeper cells, and the other nations got their sleeper cells waiting for the right time to attack. The Lord got sleeper cells too in his troops, man. They in the so-called white man police force, in his army, in his military, in his government. They be listening to this truth, and they know it's the truth. They just got they gonna be raised to do a job at a certain time when it's time, man. That's why I say the governors, you know. They sit on it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
We get some of these precepts out.
Yeah, bring whatever you want out. Huh?
I'm sorry to the Psalms 83 verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
So this what the brother's supposed to be praying. This the man frame he's supposed to be in that courtroom, man. You got this devil that murdered his brother, man. And she ain't holding herself here. She gonna tell me she thought she was in her own apartment, man. Right. That alone, they should have executed her ass, man. Go ahead, bro. It's all good though, man. Go ahead.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Right.
And
Our enemies make a tumult. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They taking crafty counsel against us, man. Go ahead.
And have consulted against thy hidden ones.
Go ahead, bro.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from branding nation, that the name of Yahshua may no more be in remembrance.
Right.
They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
And you Arabs. Go ahead.
Of Moab and the Hagarenes. Of Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines and with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Come.
Assur also is joined with them.
Right.
They are hoping the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites. So we went over this earlier. Go ahead.
As to Caesarea, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan.
Right. Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You had something?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out what Brother Abadiah had brought out earlier in Joel 3. too, about them gathering all nations. But I just want to do a precept in Revelations 19 and 19. It said, "And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army." And that army is talking about us, what the brother was talking about when Yahweh Shah come back. You know, he's going to wake up his army and put that power on us. Then we're going to go out and do the fighting along with him.
And army also talking about the armies of heaven that's coming back with Yahweh Shah,
Come.
which is the angels. Go ahead, bro.
And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that...
And who is the beast, man? NATO, man. The EU. Who is the false prophet? The Roman Catholic Church. Go ahead.
that wrought miracles before him.
That wrought miracles before him, because the Roman Catholic Church controlled Christianity, man. Controlled all these different denominations of Christianity. Control the Jehovah's Witness, man. So they the false prophet. Go ahead.
With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image.
Right, them that received the mark of the beast, them that worship his image, man. Paying homage to this damn devil. Go ahead.
These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth.
Which sword proceeded out of his mouth, man. Going into these words and going to the laser beams, Lord, will be shooting out of his chariot, man. Go ahead.
And all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
Right. Go ahead, I get
This is Ezekiel chapter 35. Start at verse.
You gonna get that too.
I'm gonna get that Psalm 137 first.
Get what's the name first, like get that with Cain and Abel, please. You hold some. Yeah, something.
No.
Yeah, get that with Cain. Tell the story, you know. Don't start right there. Story.
Yeah, I already know. It's Genesis chapter 4, verse 1.
See, this is the first murder on the earth, man. This is you so-called white people got your pigment taken away, got your melanin took it. Well, you've been trying to find a way to get it back ever since, man. Go ahead.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep.
Abel was a keeper of the sheep.
And Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Who was the tiller of the ground, man? Going back to Esau, a man of the field. So this showing you, this is Jacob and Esau back then, man. In that incarnation, man. You got Jacob and Esau all over right here, man. Cain was a tiller. Cain came out first right here. Just like Esau.
I was thinking that he came out first.
Just like Esau, tiller of the ground. Why the white man, you always see him he's looking for oil, he's looking for something. He want to control the energy, man. He a tiller on the ground, go ahead. But just like you said, Esau was a man of the field. Go ahead,
And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought up the fruit of the ground and offering to the Lord.
He brought up a fruit of the ground, offered to the Lord, go ahead.
And Abel, he also took of the firstling of his flock.
But Abram, when he took up the firstling of his flock, was symbolic for the first fruit. Go ahead.
And of the fat thereof.
Right.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
The Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering, man. It's like the Lord he's starting to have respect unto our offering again, man. Go ahead.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect.
The Lord ain't got no respect unto your offering, Cain. Boy, when you came as Esau, you despised your birthright, man. Go ahead, bro.
Cain was very wroth.
And Cain was wroth. Go ahead.
And his countenance failed.
His countenance failed. Go ahead. Just like you devils wroth now. Because you can't be accepted. There's no repentance for you. So you're going to go back, you're going to revert back to your blessing. Just like Cain reverting to his blessing right here. The word Cain means dagger, a knife, a sword. Go ahead, bro.
And and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen?
Right.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Thou doest well, should thou not be accepted? Esau, go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
See it, if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. Go ahead.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
And unto thee shall be thy desire, and it shall rule over thee, man. So there it go, Esau, here you go. Go ahead, so here go you, so here, go ahead, go ahead.
And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field.
So Cain talking with Abel, his brother. So he plotting the whole time, man. Your sacrifice got accepted, man. See, if Cain could have fought against the Lord, he would have, but he couldn't. So now you gotta get the closest thing to him, man. Everything all going over again what the Lord said. When you touch us, you touch the apple of his eye.
That's where that perpetual hate came from.
Come. So the hate just been building and building.
And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
So it's right. So read that again.
And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Right, go ahead. Just like you got the Edomite woman slew us, man. Slew the brother, man. It's the spirit that's in them. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
Right.
And he said, I know not.
What
Am my brother's keeper?
Right, man. You know, this the mind frame of them crackers, man. They don't hold themselves guilty when they kill Negro, Hispanic, Latino, and Native American Indian, man. They ain't even telling you what's going on at the border, man. You know, hey, it's all type of stuff going on because you not only got the military, you got different militias out there protecting the border, shooting Jake down, man. You know, but this the beginning of y'all, man. Now that spirit that was in the serpent was in y'all, but then it manifested in Cain, man. Go ahead. So we get to the point now to where your pigmentation finna get taken away. Go ahead.
And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground.
This is white history. The red, we going to the red, man. We going to both histories right now. They always want to speak on the black history. We're gonna get to you devil's history, man, and what you all about, man. Go ahead, because they go hand in hand with each other. You can't speak about the so-called black history unless you talk about y'all history, because they go hand in hand with each other. Go ahead. Read that again, bro.
And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said unto me from the ground.
So the voice of that brother blood, it's crying unto the Lord, man. You know, he crying for revenge while his brother on earth talking about I forgive you. Go ahead.
And now,
but that's just Esau had beaten our people so that. But like I said, our people think that's the right thing to do, man. They actually think that's what we supposed to do because your shepherds have led you astray. Go ahead.
And now art thou cursed from the earth.
Now you cursed from the earth. Go ahead.
Which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Right.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
So that's why Esau had to come up with these GMOs, man. Because Esau got on the island by himself. The earth not gonna yield her strength to him, man. That's why you are known as the bottomless pit. That's why this is basically one of the starts of World War I, man. Europe was on the brink of starvation. The earth wasn't yielding her fruit to Esau, man. You know, at the time. So he figured out a way to extract nitrogen from the earth. Henceforth, the GMO period started from then on, man. Because the earth not tilling her strength to Esau now. He don't know how to take care of the earth, man. He made against nature. Because even when he came over here, America was like a great big garden, man. It was as if the Garden of Eden unto him, man. This is a fruitful land, man, before the white man got here. And when he got here, what did he do? He slain Abel again, man. Which Abel represents the whole 12 tribes, just like Jacob, man. Go ahead, bro.
When, a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
A fugitive and a vagabond should I be in the earth. Just like this woman. What's a fugitive and a vagabond? Somebody escaped. A vagabond is a wanderer of the earth. What's a fugitive? Somebody who escaping justice, man. She ain't received her judgment yet, man. And y'all gonna receive it as a whole people, man. You know?
Just like we did.
Y'all gonna receive it as a nation of people, man. Let's sit on it up. Nah, go ahead.
And Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right. That's what Esau, it went into Esau. My punishment greater than I can bear. There's no repentance for me. Go ahead.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
You got to the part where he put a mark on him, or it's coming?
No.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Behold, thou hast driven me out from this day from the face of the earth.
Right. See, you see how I say that has driven me out from the face of the earth? This is going to come into fulfillment, man. Job 18. He should be chased out of the world, man. Go ahead.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
From thy face shall he be hid. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Right. So he a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Right.
And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
No, that's another reason why people kind of scared to knock Esau, you know what I'm saying, get Esau back now, man. The scripture said vengeance is going to be taken on him sevenfold, man. Like we were saying, if it was the other way around, Esau got killed, man, we got 100 years. Vengeance been taken on him sevenfold, man. But it come to judgment of Esau, he a fugitive and a vagabond. Why? Because the Lord going to judge him. He going to judge him by the hand of our people, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
The Lord set that mark on y'all, man. Go ahead.
Lest any finding him should kill him.
Right. So he took your pigmentation away. Go ahead.
And Cain went from out of the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod.
Cain went out of the presence of the Lord. He can't come back. That's why people in Esau basically came to get his blessing, but it said he despised his birthright. So then it said when he was rejected, though he saw the careful with tears, he was rejected, man. No place of repentance was found for him. It's going back until he was pushed from the presence of the face of the Lord. You see on that?
Yeah, I'm eat to eat. This is the last part.
Now let me get that in the New Testament. This is Hebrews chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at 14.
Probably get Genesis 45, verse 3 with this. Yeah, get Genesis 47. Let's get 47. Let's say this is this. Still answering something else more people. It's still gonna get some 137. It's just leading up though to it, you know what I'm saying? Leading up to what all they done. Yeah, we're gonna that's something, bro. Verse 35. Matter of fact, get 25 and 25 Mercury is born doing this. Just to prove the point, huh? We ain't gonna say, this precept, because some people do like to fight about. We might be tripping on saying Cain, Esau, we're gonna see what that man on the field, going back to the second Jacob. We're saying Abel was the keeper of the sheep, which we know as the lost sheep, you know what I'm saying? We like the keeper of the sheep. Go ahead, huh?
All right, this is Genesis 25 and 23. It said, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy body.
Storing the glory when they fight, but it's coming up. 21. Yeah, you're
22. I started 21. This is Genesis 25:21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren.
right, because chose the land went through Adam, Abel. Then when Abel got killed, came in Seth, Enoch, and then Seth. Now Seth was the son of Enoch. Enoch came. It's Enoch. It's just simple, as they say, that's the men begin to call the name of the Lord again. So you had Enoch. Okay, so Enoch came after Seth. Enoch, that's what people start to call the name of the Lord. Right, so like the brother was saying, the correction, Seth, the chosen land came through Adam. Adam, Abel, then Seth, man. Then Enoch came, that's when men started to call on the name of the Lord again. So you always had that chosen land there. So the Israelites, you always had the good and the evil there, man. So Esau, you always was there. Your spirit always was there. The spirit that's in you. Go ahead.
It said Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren.
Right.
And the Lord was intrigued of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
So the children struggled together within her, man. Go ahead. So the battle so intense now by in this incarnation, they ain't even waiting for they get out of the womb right here. They fighting in the womb, man. Cause Abel had already know what happened to him in the first incarnation. So now they in the womb, like, oh, wait till they going at it in the womb, basically, man. You know, like you said, Abel's blood was crying out. So now he coming back in these incarnations. They know they enemies, man. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Right.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Come.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the son and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
It said 2 manner of people are in our womb, and 2 different nations will be separated from your bowels. So let's let you know it's the Lord did a miracle where he put 2 different nations inside of Rebekah. And then he said the elder shall serve the younger, which we know Esau came out first and Jacob came out second. And it said the one shall be stronger than the other. We know it's talking about Jacob. Jacob was going to be stronger both physically and spiritually than Esau. And he was going to be better, and he was going to be the one in the rulership. And Esau was going to be serving him. He always was made to be like that.
And when
Go ahead.
her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Right. Go ahead. I'm gonna get a quick precept there too. Go ahead to prove what he was saying about. Go ahead.
And we know the first one that came out all red over, we know that that's the so-called white man. You know, he tried to change the label, change his name, but he can't hide the fact that his skin turns red. And he's the only nation that turns red like that, and it's hairy like that, all over.
And that word hairy goes into, it ain't just going to a physical hairy, man. When you look it up, it means devil, man. One of the definitions is devil, which that's the key definition, man. He a damn devil, man. He a deceiver. Go ahead, Al.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
And notice how it said after that came his brother out, so it didn't even give a description of Jacob, because Jacob looked normal. But Esau was the one that looked different. That's why I gave the description of him. And it said his hand took the heel of Esau. So that means Jacob was taking the heel of Esau, meaning that's symbolically saying that after Esau's rulership is over with, Jacob being rulership next.
Jacob gonna pull him out of his rulership.
And his name was called Jacob.
Going into when it said we should be like sheep among the fire of sheep among the wood. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was plain, a plain man dwelling in tents.
Read it again.
It says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
So Esau, it said Esau, which is the so-called white man, was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And what we already know what the so-called white man like to do. They like to go out and hunt. They like to go out and be in the field. They be all up in these different lands like Africa and all the different parts of it, hunting these exotic animals and just killing them for sport. And then, you know, different animals they might hang up on their wall for trophies, just to showcase an animal that they killed, or you know they might have bought it or whatever, however the case may be. But we know that they are the man of the field, doing all the hunting.
This right now?
Yeah.
That's the end of that verse.
I got it. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
God, Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Keeper of the sheep. You know, he was plain, man. He done what men do, man. You know, this is 2nd Ezra 6, starting at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what should be the pardon asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed?
So Ezra was inquiring when the end of this kingdom, or all of these other rulerships of these nations be, and when shall the rulership of the Israelites be, the everlasting kingdom? Because Ezra knew about the kingdom, the everlasting kingdom. So he was asking the Lord, when would that be?
And he said unto me, from Jacob unto Isaac, when Jacob on Salakia. He said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
So he said Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Like the brother had said, Jacob gonna bring down Esau's kingdom, which is what we doing right now. Spiritually, we bringing down his kingdom by bringing down all the injustices and bringing down all the lies and all the deceit that Esau have put in this earth. We bringing it down, and we bringing down this stronghold called America and all these other nations as well. Whatever the brothers is in the four corners of the earth, teaching his word.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob was the beginning of it that followed.
So it said Esau is the end of the world. And we know that Esau is in rulership right now. We see his kingdom falling. So with his kingdom falling, we know our kingdom is getting ready to come. So that's how you know. That's when a pardon of the times, you know, a sunder of the times is. It's now. We're living in those days. And that's the same thing. That's what when they were born, that was what that was symbolic of.
I got another precept I just wanted to bring out. This is going into back earlier when we talked about Esau and Jacob, and what Aki said earlier about, you know, the spirit of Esau was here. The pigmentation hadn't been taken from him just yet. This is Genesis 6, and I'm gonna start at 1 in verse 2. But it's the word I want to go into that is going to bring that out in the lexicon. It said, and it came to pass, when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men that were fair, and they took them wives of which they chose. Well,
I was just gonna say that their sons of men wasn't talking about actual angels, you know, the celestial angels. They were talking about actual men, sons of God that was on the earth.
Right. But the daughters of men let you know that it was talking about people of the other, not of Yahweh's chosen line. And I'm gonna go into the to the interlinear on men, which is Adam. H120, and it talk about mankind, human being. But what I want is down in the Hebrew Chaldean lexicon. It says man, perhaps so called, of the idea of redness compared. The Arab distinction, two races of men, one red, ruddy, which we call white, the other black. But both these races are sprung from Adam, and this neither consists constant state nor plural, for it is a very often used collect to denote men, the human race. Sometimes it is put in a genitive or adjective as needy of men or needy men. other means the rest of mankind, as opposed to those in worship in Israel and in other means. So it's talking about two different, the Most High chosen line, and it's talking about those other people that was on the earth where people have questions about, well, where did these other people come from? Going back into the garden when Eve ate of the apple and picked up the philosophy, she got that from other people. She didn't get that from a serpent or a snake, physical serpent or snake that was crawling on the ground. But I just wanted to bring that out to kind of back up what the brother was saying earlier.
This Romans 9, you still gonna get that in go back to the Genesis. Go ahead, let me see if it's time. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna bring this out there and go back to it. I just going back to what he was saying. I'm just gonna bring it out. This Romans 9, start at verse 9. I'm gonna skip down. It says, for this is the word of promise. I'm start at verse 8, going back to what you just said. Matter of fact, we start at verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they the children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. Going back to what you were saying, the children of men. So you had the sons of God, you had the children of men. But the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Break it down, huh? For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that called it.
So it was already set into place before the foundation of the world that the Most High chosen Jacob. And just to jump back to that where it said one was born by the bondwoman and one was born by the free woman, that was talking about Ishmael and Isaac, meaning the promise was going down to Isaac, and then it came on down to Jacob. And before the children were born, meaning that the Most High had already chosen Jacob and his line and his children to be the chosen seed, to be the chosen people, and to receive all the blessings and covenants. So even if Esau tried to say that Jacob stole the blessing, it was already set into place for Jacob to receive the blessing.
Just like with Abel, it was set up in place for Abel to receive the blessing. Going back into Abel, man. Going back to what he just read in Genesis 6 too. Because right here, it did reference said the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. So you had the sons of God, which is the same as the children of God, and you had the children of the flesh, going back to what he was speaking on. Because who was the children of God back then? Abel, Seth, and then Adam, Abel, and Seth, and then laying on through, man.
That line went all the way down to Noah.
Like the brother said, went all the way down to Noah, then it come up through Shem, and the chosen land he chose through Shem. It was said unto her, verse 12, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So he said, Jacob have he loved and Esau have he hated. He already, the Lord from the door already hated, Esau, the white man, the so-called white man. And Jacob, he was already loved of the Most High, the son of the Most High. First, they tell that back in Malachi.
Even with Abel and Cain and Abel, when he told him he should push from the face of the Lord. So that's why even right here, Abel is going to be like past tense, even in Malachi. Or he been hating the same spirit that was in Cain and to Esau and to that, man. It was a past tense basically. We'll read verse 14. Now I'm gonna skip down to verse 20 and 21. Now let's go back to Genesis where you left off. 13 again, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What should we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
The Most High righteous, but the way he set things up, no. That's the way the Most High had it set up. He is the author of this show.
Oh. We'll skip down to verse 20. Nay, but old man, who art thou that thou repliest against the Most High? Should the thing formed say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Esau can't go against the Most High and say why he made him like that. That's just the way he's made. It's just the way the Most High put things in order. He made it. It's got to be a balance. The Most High is about balance. It's got to be a righteous side and a wicked side. It's got to be somebody to be righteous or be good, and somebody got to play the evil role and be wicked. Just like in movies. You don't have two good guys going against each other in every movie. You always have a villain and you're going to have a hero. It's the same thing.
Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another vessel unto dishonor?
God. You know what I was just saying. One is to honor, one is to dishonor. One is for righteousness, one is for wickedness. That's how the Most High set things up.
He used the same lump. And then he stopped it after Esau and Jacob was born. You were who your father was. But from Adam all the way unto Isaac, he used the same lump to make one seed righteous and one seed wicked. He done it with Abraham. He done it with Isaac. He done it with Adam. You know, he was just building up the nations of the people. But after Isaac had Esau and Jacob, if your father is Israelite, you are Israelite. You know, he wasn't making one vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor out of the same lump. He stopped right here. That's why I wanted to get that point. Verse 23. What if the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Right, you got it now. I just wanted to get that because you had said that earlier. So he made a vessel, one lump out of the same lump, and that started with Adam. There wasn't nothing that started with Isaac. It started from the beginning. It made one vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor out of the same lump, which was Adam. Then it went all the way to Isaac. You got it, bro.
All right. We're back in Genesis 25 and 27. It said, and the boys grew, and Esau was a son, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his vineyard, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Right. Then Abraham loved Ishmael. You know, Abraham loved Ishmael. You know, but you guess what? You know, Rebekah ain't like she wasn't studying Ishmael. Like what it say, she despised. She despised Hagar. Hagar despised Sarah.
No, Sarah despised Hagar.
Right. So Sarah despised Hagar, man. So what you think going on right here, man? Hey, what it say? Rebecca loved Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Because what did the angel tell Rebecca? The elder gonna serve the younger. She went to the Lord for herself. The Lord already told her to plan. You know, like the father, he's his firstborn son, so you rightfully you gonna do that with it too. And the Lord had to tell him, well, you gotta cast him off. He had to follow the play. You know, he had to follow the script. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint.
Esau couldn't even wait for the food to get done. He said feed him with that red pottage. That's why they like to eat their stuff medium well. Or no raw. Medium well all the way down to raw. They don't really like it well done. They like to see a little red, a little blood in it.
A lot of blood.
For I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom.
And Edom mean red.
And Jacob said, sell me thy birthright. Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
So Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. The so-called white man sold his birthright to Jacob just for a piece of meat,
For one meal.
one morsel of meat.
Oh, this is the part. The so-called white man. He was the first sellout, man. The red man. He was the first sellout on the face of the earth. That's why he always trying to get people to sell out and do stuff for what you want, man. It started with him. He sold out, man. But the scripture tell you he despised his birthright anyway, man.
So then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of the lentils, and he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
We'll let you know. You keep reading. Esau despised his birthright anyway, man. So he ain't care nothing about it, man. Just like Cain ain't care nothing about his birthright, man. Because Cain was the firstborn son too. But the Lord made him that way, man. It had to please, like the brother was saying, it had to be good and it had to be evil. The Lord made both of them, man. I'm going to get Genesis 27 now. And then it's going to come leading up to your precept in Hebrews 12 that you want. This is Genesis 27. And I'm just going to start at the blessing, man. This is Genesis 27 and 28. You can go back and read. But now Jacob, you know, Rebecca got Jacob all smelling like Esau. And Rebecca got Jacob smelling like Esau and everything, so she can deceive Isaac so he can get the blessing, man. You know, because Isaac was old at the time, so he was going blind, he couldn't see good. So now he just judging off the voice and how, you know, the characteristics of the son, man. Like Esau was a man of the field, so that's why he was smelling them like, well, you smell like Esau. The other characteristic of the so-called white man, you know how he smell? Jake get musty, he got a little smell, but let the white man hair get wet, and this joker smell like a wet dog or something, man. He smelled like a filthy animal, man. Going back to because he was a man of the field, man. This is Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore, God give thee, and this the blessing. I'm gonna just start at 27. Start at 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord has blessed.
So Rebecca took some of Esau's garments, and you know, that he had worn that probably had been washed or something, kind of put around him so that Jacob, his father, you know, which was, at the time his eyes were deteriorating real bad, so he couldn't see. So he smelled him, and it smelled like Esau. Then I ain't gonna get too close.
Therefore the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven.
And he wanted to feel it, to touch his skin to see if he was hairy, you know, like Esau, because he didn't want to give as though he didn't want to give the blessings to anybody else, but you know, he know that he was supposed to give the blessings to the firstborn.
And the fatness of the earth, and the plenty of corn and wine, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee.
So basically, he gave him the blessing that is promised to us. You know, the promise that we're going to get when we get in the kingdom. We're going to be lords over the other nations. You know, we're going to have the corn, the wine, and the fruit. You know, the Most High said we're going to live like kings and live like prince and princess in the kingdom.
Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be everyone that blessed be he that blesseth thee.
And that's what the Most High has promised us. He promised to come back and redeem us. So everybody that has done us wrong, and oppressed us, the Most High is going to come back and he's going to take vengeance on them, you know, on all the other nations that have done us wrong. And he's going to take vengeance on our own people, you know, who refuse to take heed to his word.
And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, Esau his brother came in from hunting. And I'm going to skip down, well, I'm going to just keep reading, I'm going to read fast. He also made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that my soul may bless me, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten all before thou camest, and have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother claimed with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. We just read about it in Romans how it said, even though before the children yet being born haven't did any good or evil, the Lord already chose Jacob, man. So that's why it was set up for Jacob to get the blessing anyway, man. Because Esau had despised his birthright, man.
It's like the Most High did it, and like we can think of it two ways. The Most High already had it set up, and he already had it set up for Jacob to receive the kingdom. He already established the ending from the beginning. So he already said that Jacob was going to be in the kingdom in the beginning, but it had to play out, and that's the way the Most High chose it to play out. He decided for Esau to sell, Jacob his birthright. But either way, it was gonna always be that Jacob received a blessing anyway, in the end.
Right, because what did he ask Cain? If thou doest well, won't thou be accepted? But if not, sin lied at the door. So he basically was just like, he basically was playing with Cain, He was playing with him, man. But the Lord can do that. That's what make him the Heavenly Father, man. We just got to get on the same program he on, man. You can ask him questions, why? But once he give you your answer, with your answers in the book, then you can't be like, no, Lord, it can't be like that. You can't go, you know what I'm saying? Right. You can ask the Lord what you want. You just don't go back and forth with him. You're supposed to ask him when you don't know something, when you got a question. But once you receive your answer from him, you can't make him change his mind, man, or the words that's already written. So if he say he hated Esau, you can't make him change and say, no, Lord, you can't hate Esau. He the Heavenly Father. He know everything. He hate him for a reason. He is the wicked.
That's why he said, who gonna counsel the Lord?
Huh. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. Behold, now he taketh away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren I have given to him for servants.
And that's how the Lord wanted it to be in the first place. And that's how it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna come to. All of Yasharahla, all the 12 tribes about to have dominion over the whole earth. And we about to rule over all the people that oppressed us and our people. For all these hundreds of years, our people been on the bottom. But now our people as a whole about to be on top. And that's what we ushering in, trying to get our people's minds right.
And behold, Salakia, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brother have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine I have sustained him. And what shall I now And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O father.
So Esau begging for a blessing. It's almost like the Most High, but just speaking to get, the Spirit was speaking and telling Esau what's gonna happen. You know, he was just saying, you gonna get your blessing, which is the sword. And Esau, he used his blessing. He gonna use it one more time, but he gonna fail in the end.
And Esau, go ahead.
I was just about to say, Jacob about to receive his blessing forever.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live and shalt serve thy brother. And this shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Which has happened.
Huh?
I said which has happened.
Right, they broke our yoke from off their neck during the Renaissance period, man. Because we ruled over the so-called white man from 320, like the 320s AD into the 1300s, man. When the Renaissance came in period, that's when they broke our yoke from off their neck, man.
Oh, I just want to say Shalom, Quinn.
Shalom.
In verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
So basically, Isaac was like, I already done blessed your brother with the blessing of the earth. I don't know what else to tell you. That's basically what Isaac was saying.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father is at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that's been Esau's mindset, like the brother was saying from Cain. And Cain actually, went out with it, but that's been Esau's mindset ever since.
Right. So just like why did the thing in the news now, the white cop shot down Jacob, man. Esau shot down Jacob. And her main thing is she hated him really. Like even if you deal with a so-called white woman, deep down she gonna love you because you like you said, you stronger than the so-called white man. Physically, in the bedroom, all that, man. He inferior to us. So she loved the physical characteristics about you, man. But deep down inside, that spirit in her is against you too, man. Cause why did she just slay Jake? Jake probably stopped messing with him. He probably knocked out one of her friends or something, Cause she was having relations with this guy. Well, all of a sudden she wanted to kill him now. But this is the true spirit of all the so-called white people, man. When it come down to it, they want to slay you. But this way this go back. It started with Cain, and the hatred just kept building. Because like the Lord told Cain, now I'm pushing you from my face, from my presence. So once you get pushed from the presence of the Lord, you're only gonna get wickeder and wickeder, man. So now everything coming to manifestation. Go ahead, huh?
Just to back up what the brother was saying about Esau just really want to slay you deep down. Just look at how they've been treating us over the hundreds and hundreds of years. They ain't showed no mercy. All they did was continually put us in oppression, our people in oppression, and they continually taking away to just oppress us even more. They know they can't wipe us out because the Lord protecting us, keeping them from doing that, but they just want to do everything they can to keep us at the bottom and keep us oppressed.
But it's a perpetual hate, and they know they continue to destroy us with their philosophy they're putting in the churches. That's keeping us down, keeping our people down. They can't get the full knowledge of the truth. They poison us through the foods that we eat. They poison us in the schools. They keeping our kids, not as well as our kids, but they're their kids too. The elite is punishing their kids, which there's a scripture where it said that you entreat to do my people wrong, but it will fall on your own people. So all that is falling back on Esau now. I mean, in our earlier conversation, one of the brothers, not out here, but one of the brothers brought out that the snares and the traps that Esau have set is beginning to come back on them. Which the Most High said that he would be caught in his own snares, and then he would begin to fall for his own things. So that's happening to Esau now. And so our people are beginning to wake up to the truth and to the knowledge of the Most High and to our roots and where we come from, and knowing that this man has been lying to us. He's been a deceiver to us, you know, and which is brung out in 2 Timothy. Not 2 Timothy, but it's brung out that we'll find out who the lawless one is. And that lawless one is Esau. You know, and so now, you know, awakening up and seeing the things that are before us, you know, we got a choice to make as the Most High people. We can decide to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that He has set forth for us to follow, or we can continue on this path of following Esau and following his doctrines and his things, and in the ultimate end, you know, the people that decide to follow Esau are going to be destroyed. You know, that's that 2/3 that the Most High said He's going to destroy. So, you know, Esau, he got it coming to him. All right, you want to get that Hebrew now?
You want me to get it?
I got it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you can go ahead.
I'll go ahead and bring it up. This is Hebrews 12. I'm going to start at 14. This going in on Esau. I know Abadiah got a big old smile on his face, but he love Hebrews. It says, follow peace with all men, and holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking diligently.
So why I say follow peace with all men, man? Because you say this, you got some of our people that can actually look like the so-called white man, or look like a Chinese or a Japanese man. Because we spread our seed across the four corners of the earth, man. When we had kids by these other nations, sometimes the baby can come out looking like the mama, but the father's seed go back to us. So like the scripture said, we're going to follow peace with all men, man. And then we do that right now until the Lord rises into the fray. We're going to rise into the fray, man. So we ain't going to move before time, man. You know? Because you move before time, the white man's still in his power seat, man. He still got the power right now, man. But he's slowly being taken out of his power seat, man. So you don't want to move before time, he mess around and give you 100 years or something. You know what I'm saying? So we spiritually bringing him down first. You gonna know when it's time, man. You gonna know when it's time for us to get him back physically, man. You ain't gonna even have to ask that question. It's just gonna be going down as a whole, man. The race war gonna jump out. You gonna know, you know. You gonna know. That's when you gonna see a lot of police gonna be on your side. Military men, everybody gonna have to take their stance, man. You know. And it's like you said, everybody gonna be forced to ride with their own people at the time, man. You know, go ahead. The Lord gonna force it. He gonna force it to where you ain't gonna have no other choice but to come with your own people. You ain't gonna, cause ain't no other nation gonna accept you. You know, the white man ain't gonna trust you to be with them. You could be a spy, be spying for them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ain't gonna look at it. So the Lord gonna put that spirit out here, man. Like I said, for the fear of the oppressive swore, everybody gonna be forced to come speak to their own people, man. Go ahead.
It says, looking diligent, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh. It said, lest any root of bitterness spring up trouble you, and thereby many...
He say, lest fear any man fail of the grace. Cain failed. He failed from the grace of the Most High. That's why you push from the presence of me forever. He say you're going to be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. So it started with Cain, man. And that spirit, and when Cain got that mark on him, there was the white man getting that pigmentation taken away, and it's all the way into now, man. So he been a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, just committing atrocities on the earth, his whole nation of people. And now it's time for him to pay for that. You got it, bro.
It says, trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
It said for any profane or person like Esau. Esau a profane person, and he sold his birthright back in Genesis for one morsel of meat. That shows he don't have any integrity either. You know,
Go ahead.
just to sell your birthright, your whole birthright and your blessings, just to have one meal that wasn't even done.
Like the brother was saying, that showed the interior of the so-called white man. He get put under any type of pressure, he gonna do whatever, man.
He gonna fold up.
He gonna fold up, man. He lose his job, he gonna kill himself, man. Our people lose their job, man. They just gonna go through the struggle, man. Cause that's what we used to, man. We used to the struggle. We used to adversity, man. The so-called white man not, man. Anytime he got put in adversity, he crumbled, man. He gonna kill it. He gonna go shoot up a school.
Go kill his family.
Right.
Kill the dog too, and then himself.
Then it said that word profane. This is where you get the word profanity from, man. If there be any profane person as Esau, when you look it up, it means ungodly. It means worthy to be trampled upon, to be trodden upon, man. So it letting you. So this is Esau, man. Which it goes back to. It started with Cain. You got it, huh?
They ain't gonna be able to survive in the kingdom.
It says, for ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
It said he found no place of repentance, so he don't have no chance. It's no chance for him to repent for anything that he's done. And he said he sought it carefully with tears, meaning he knew the blessing was gone. He knew the blessing was with Jacob. So he knew that that's over with. He don't have no chance to repent for it either, or repent for anything that he's doing. So his main goal been trying to wipe out the people that have the blessing, wipe them out.
Right, man. So why your pastor never reads you this scripture, man? Oh, the Lord say it was no place found of repentance for somebody in the Bible. The Lord say he hated somebody. Your next thing is to find out who that is, man. When you look up Esau, being red. Who the red man? Who known as the fucking rednecks, man? So they not white, they red. That's why they can't stand in the sun, man. That's why they get skin cancer for standing in the sun. But if you stand in the sun, you absorb vitamin D. You get melatonin, which turns into serotonin. You know,
Get stronger.
It gets stronger, man.
Get energy.
Right. So that's why the white man hates you, man. That's why he tried to extract melanin from you and inject it into himself, man. He want to be you, man. So, y'all want to close with that out? Yeah.
Oh, I can think that.
Con, man. You know, so it's clear most scriptures we can get brothers on the camera. Brother quoted Ezekiel 35:5. Bring that out, guys. Two brothers quoted it. Abadiah quoted it and then Quinn quoted it. So get that Ezekiel 35:5. Read verse 1 first. That is.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1.
Right.
Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
So this why we come out and prophesy against the white man. The Bible tells us to. Who was given Mount Seir? Esau, man. Edom, man. They was given Mount Seir. Go ahead.
And prophesy against it,
And prophesy against it.
and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God,
Right.
Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee,
So the Lord is against you. The Lord is not with you. Go ahead.
and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
The Lord said he's going to make you most desolate. Go ahead.
And I will lay thy cities waste.
The Lord going to lay all these cities waste, man. Because they was built up by blood. And that's how they going to go down by blood, man. You took this from the northern kingdom of Israel, which is the Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. This is not even your land. Now you got the nerve to call them immigrants. From land you took from them, man. Go ahead.
I will lay thy cities waste.
So the Lord gonna lay this place waste and take us back home, man. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Right,
Now,
that's when you gonna know that it is the Lord's power. But first, the Lord reading you all your sentence, man, before he executes the judgment. You being read your sentence. Go ahead, huh?
because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because you have had a perpetual hatred. Then we read how it said Esau hated Jacob because of his blessing, man. It ain't no secret that the so-called white man hate us, man. And we still show him love. And we still try to show him forgiveness, but he can't receive that, man, because it wasn't made for him to learn no righteousness, man. All he know how his blessing was to live by a sword. So that's why all he think about is his military might and how he can destroy people, how he can take people's resources, man. Go ahead, huh?
and has shed the blood of the children of Israel,
and have shed the blood of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
by the force of the sword,
By the force of the sword.
in the time of their calamity,
Right. Go ahead.
in the time that their iniquity had an end.
See, it was the time our iniquity had an end, man. And you kept it going, man. Even during the time of slavery, when y'all so-called freed us. What it was, the death emancipation. What you saw, Charity?
I said that might be a charity.
Oh, the emancipation of a proclamation. The emancipation of proclamation. All that word means is the transfer of ownership. You was never freed, man. You went from a private sector slave to a corporate slave, man. They gonna pay you a little bit, but you still a damn slave, man. Because what was happening, the South cracker, the South Edomite was getting way too rich for the international banker to control them. So they like, we gotta take it. Go ahead, But it was a time that our iniquity had an end, man. And you showed us no mercy, man. Because it's still been on law. We supposed to get 40 acres of the mirror. That's federal law. We never got it, man. So y'all never showed us any mercy, man. Go ahead. But it was meant to be that way because the Lord gonna show us that mercy. Get that real quick, Isaiah 47:6. To prove that precept right there. That's the end of that verse.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
Okay. Go ahead. Get Isaiah 47:6 real quick.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power,
Right.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
So that's the Lord said, therefore was when he lived, he will prepare thee unto blood. He didn't say he was gonna forgive you, man. Go ahead. See, we reading the Bible, man. We're not going off our own mind. Just like when the Lord brought us into slavery and had us in this struggle the whole time, we was paying for our sins. Get that real quick, huh? Get Isaiah 40 real quick. Will you get something else?
Yeah.
Get that, and then get Isaiah 40. Go ahead.
All right, this is Isaiah 47 and 6. It said, I was wroth with my people.
I was wroth with my people.
I have polluted my inheritance.
The Lord talking about the Israelites. Those are people the Lord said he polluted his inheritance. We the inheritance of the Lord. We're going to inherit his kingdom. We're going to inherit all his glory and the righteousness. Go ahead.
And giving them into the hands.
Read it right, huh?
And giving them into thy hands.
So the Lord said he gave us into y'all hands. Go ahead.
Thou didst show them no mercy.
Y'all ain't show us no mercy, man. So the Lord gave us into y'all hand, man, because we way stronger than y'all. So the Lord had to break our spirit when he brought us into slavery, man. He broke us down, man. He broke us down spiritually. Go ahead.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
See, upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And we can take that all the way back to Cain and going into Esau and then going into when the Babylonians and all that came, man. When the Babylonians took us down, y'all was right there killing us, man, raising, which we probably had to get that now since that scripture came out. You got that up? That's it on there, right? Get James 2, what is verse 15, 16, where it say, I will show no mercy to him that showeth no mercy. Get that real quick, then we're going to get that Isaiah 40. Right, man, because the white man never showed us no mercy. So that's why he not going to receive no mercy. Might be around verse 20. You got it. Around 13.
I'm going to start at 12. This is James chapter 2, verse 12. So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty.
As they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. Go ahead.
For he shall have judgment without mercy.
He shall have judgment without mercy.
That had showed no mercy.
That have shown no mercy, to he.
No, it says, and he that showed no mercy, and mercy rejoice among judgment.
Mercy rejoice over judgment. Read it again, bro.
It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy.
So say the Lord gonna have judgment without mercy. Go ahead.
That had showed no mercy.
That had shown no mercy. So we just read about the Lord gave us into y'all hand, and y'all ain't show us no mercy. Go ahead.
And mercy rejoice against judgment.
Mercy rejoice against judgment. Get that out. In Isaiah 40. What you had something else? Give what you had first. What it is?
Where it was saying, the only way to cleanse the land is by blood.
35 and 31. Get Isaiah 40. What verse? Verse 1?
All right, this is Isaiah 40:1.
Right.
Comfort ye my people.
So now we here to comfort our people, man. Because we comforting our people now with these words. These words is the comforter, man. We letting our people know, look, this whole struggle you went through wasn't for nothing, man. The Lord basically making us earn the kingdom of heaven. That's what salvation is for. Our people the one that needs saving, man. The white man is in his kingdom right now. This is his kingdom. He make the laws, he make the judgment. Ain't no justice for our people, man. So when our kingdom come, that's when justice gonna come for our people, man. Go ahead.
It says, comfort ye my people. It says,
Read up a little bit, huh?
comfort ye my people, says Yahweh.
Right.
Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem.
So we speaking comfortably to our people, man. But 2/3 of our people, man, these words ain't comfortable to you. Cause you wanna love your oppressor. You wanna stay in that brainwashed mind frame. So you gonna have to be destroyed and come back in the kingdom. Then you gonna be in your right man. You gonna literally have to be born again. Go ahead.
And cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished.
See, our warfare is accomplished. It's almost over with. Go ahead.
That her iniquities is pardoned.
That our iniquity is pardoned. Go ahead.
For she have received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins.
See, we received double for all the sins we committed against the Lord, man. Because we the one he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to. So we have received double, man. So you think the other nations ain't gonna pay for what they done to us? It don't. If the Lord paid his, if the Lord got on us, man, and had us in this captivity the whole time, oh, you don't think they gonna pay? But you see what he said? That's Isaiah 40 and 47. He said he gave us into their hands, and they ain't show us no mercy, man. Go ahead, huh? Let's see there.
Yeah, we ended on unless you got something else.
Yeah, get Obadiah 1 and 10. We'll get the precepts the brother wants. And get that get that Joey up 3. Well, you want to end it with that one? You want to end it with numbers? Okay.
Can't get Joel 3.
Get Joel 3 first. Well, what you think? I'll get Obadiah first. If you there, go ahead.
All right, this is Obadiah 1 and 10.
That's all the heathen. Go ahead.
It says, for thy vengeance against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
For violence.
Salaki. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
See, Esau said you're going to be cut off forever, man. Go ahead.
So in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that thy strangers carried away captive his forces,
Right.
and foreigners enter into his gate, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
Right. Even thou was this one of them. Go ahead.
It says, but thou shouldest not be looked on the day of thy brothers in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Read the verse on what it says. What is it, 14? All that have all his thou has done, the day of the heathen. 14 and 15.
That's 15.
Let's read what you had, 14 there.
13. It said, thou should not have entered into the gates of shouldest not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hand on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape.
Right. So this is what they was doing in the time of the Babylonians, man. When the Babylonians invaded our land, which was the Africans, man, the so-called Africans, man, the ancient Ethiopians. That's who the Babylonians go back to. You know, they the modern day Ethiopians. There's a lot of people in Ethiopia, but those actual Hamites, man. The day they invaded our land, the Nebuchadnezzar and them, you know, they was standing, anybody who was escaping, you had the so-called white man cutting them down, man. Go ahead.
Neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen.
The day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. So it ain't just the so-called white man, man. But we on him right now because that's what's in the news right now, man. It's all about Jacob and Esau, man. That's what this whole thing is about. Did we read that? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth, man. Come.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Go ahead, that's it.
Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and
So the
Jerusalem.
Lord turning our captivity back now, man. A lot of our people don't realize they still in the captivity, man. They think just because they got a job and they got a car and a house, they ain't in captivity, man. But if you're not a slave, go do whatever you want to, man. Drive around with no driving license. Try to leave the country without the so-called white man permission, man.
I was just about to say that. Try to leave the country.
If you so free, go ahead,
I will also gather the nations, all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, so now this is what the Lord doing. He gathering all nations, and he bringing them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. The valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of Yahweh's judgment. Go ahead. So that's what you see that whole war brewing in the Middle East is about, man. From Saudi Arabia to Iran to Iraq to Syria, Egypt, that whole war, man. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat right there. And the Lord gathering all nations, man. You got a whole lot of nations army in Syria that you don't know about. The Chinese army in Syria, man. You don't even know about that though, man. You got a lot of other different nations army in Syria, man. Go ahead.
I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage.
The Lord said he's going to plead with them there for his people and his heritage Israel. So this is who the people and the heritage of the Lord are. The Israelites, man. Go ahead. Nobody else.
Whom they have scattered among the nations
Whom
and
they
parted
have
my land.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just reading the rest of it.
Who they have scattered among the nations and part of his land. So they sold us during this transatlantic slave trade and scattered us among the nations. Then they parted up our land amongst each other. Go ahead. See the slave trade in the Bible, man.
And they have cast lots for my people.
They cast lots for his people. That's the auctioning block, man. When they were casting lots for us. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
Look it up. They was giving a boy for a harlot. Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
Look it up during the transatlantic slave trade, man. They was trading us for rum and everything, man. Musket gun. They would trade us for the rum, different gun, on the musket gun, for harlots. We was getting traded for all that, man.
That they might drink.
That they may drink. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon?
This the ancient Africans who was selling us, man. The modern day Africans.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine. And you damn Arab too, man. Go ahead.
Will you render me a recompense? And if ye render me, and if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So the Lord finna return their recompense upon their own head, man. That's it on it up.
Yeah.
What you had, huh?
Quinn brought out a good precept. It's Nahum 3:1. It said, "Woe to the bloody city!
Woe to the bloody city, man.
It is all full of lies and robbery.
This place is full of lies and robbery, man.
The prey departed not."
We the prey, we departed not, man. Go ahead.
It said, "The noise of a whip and the noise of rattling of the wheels."
All these different cars, man. We're hearing the noise. What it say? The noise of the whip.
Right.
Right, man. Which the noise that's that oppression. Come. And the rattling wheels. That's all these different vehicles, man. Go ahead.
And of the prancing horses,
Come.
and of the jumping chariots.
Of the jumping chariots. All these different types of vehicles. Go ahead.
says the horsemen lift up both the broad sword, the bright sword, Salaki, and the glittering spear.
Right, man. Going into the military might. Go ahead. The bright sword and the glittering spear. What's the modern day sword now, man? The AK-47. Your different rifles, they missiles, man. They go ahead.
And there is a multitude of slain,
There's a multitude of slain carcasses
and a great number of carcasses.
and a great number of carcasses, man. You know how much of our blood that these fucking devils, you fucking crackers that shed, man? Go ahead, bro.
And there is
The
none.
Lord said they have drunken with our blood, man. They have shed our blood profusely, man. Go ahead.
And there is none end of their corpse.
There's no end of their corpse, man. So that's how many people the so-called white man is slain, man. Go ahead.
They stumble upon their corpses.
They stumble upon their corpses. Go ahead.
Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot.
Because of the multitude of the whoredom. Who is the well-favored harlot? America, man. But she not so well-favored now, man. Because America have, the slain of America go from one end of the earth to the other, man. All these different wars, like the war when they went into Iraq, they killed over 2 million Iraqis, man. That war in Syria, they responsible for, the count is up to like 500,000 now, man. That's what the count is actually up to, man. Go ahead.
Let's see. It said because of the multitude of the whoredom. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot.
So America is known as the well-favored harlot in the Bible. America is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, man. Which is gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction from all the other countries on this earth, man. Go ahead. That devil right there. He used to ride. It's an old police car he used to ride in. His number used to be 666 on it. Go ahead. He used to ride in the Crown Vics. He used to ride around and the police got them numbers on their car. His number was 666. Go ahead, bro.
The mystery of witchcraft.
The mistress of witchcraft, man.
That selleth nations through her whoredom,
That selleth nations through her whoredom, man.
and families through their witchcraft.
Who done this, man? And families through her witchcraft. So America cast a spell on all the nations, basically, man. The so-called white man done it, man. Go ahead.
Behold, I am against thee, says the
The
Lord
Lord is against thee. Go ahead.
of hosts. I will discover thy skirt upon thy face.
So the Lord discovering that skirt upon their face. So he exposing America right now, man. Go ahead.
And I will show.
That's why the Lord allowed all these different cameras to come out on the phones now. You know what I'm saying? So the whole world can see that these prophecies are by the violence he have done to thy brother Jacob, man. Cause see in the 60s and the 70s, they can go kill us like they shot down Martin, shot down Mega. You still righteously don't know who done it. They killed a lot of political prisoners locked up, man. You know. Now you got all these camera phones and stuff. Now they actually getting caught on camera. So now the Lord discovering that he exposing the so-called white man. Go ahead.
He said, I will discover thy skirt upon thy face.
Right.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness.
So the Lord showing the nations thy nakedness now, man. This guy is really wicked, man. Go ahead.
And the kingdom thy shame.
And the kingdom's thy shame.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee.
So the Lord is casting that abominable filth upon you. And he also using his men, by speaking his words to expose America. Go ahead.
And make thee vile.
But guess what? Who controls America? The so-called white man. So really he exposing you fucking devils, man. Excuse my language, man. But he's exposing you devils, man. Because America don't run itself. It's ran by a nation of people. And y'all known as the Edomites in the Bible, man. Go ahead. Right.
It says, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
The Lord gonna set this place as a gazing stock, man. But he gonna be delivering his people at the same time, man. Go ahead. So that's what the coming of the Lord is all about. To deliver his people, man. That's it. But he gonna come back in the physical form, man. With the hosts of heaven, with the angels of heaven, man. And it's gonna be war. He want to end with 35, get Ezekiel 25 and 14, 13 and 14. We'll read that, then get Numbers. End it with this.
Man, it don't matter what we end with.
Yeah, but it don't. Yeah, we can end it with that.
It says Ezekiel 25, 13,
13, 14, yeah, well. Probably started at 12, man.
Yeah, 12. It says, this is Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus says the Lord power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah.
See, who is Edom, man? The word Edom means red, man. So the red man have dealt treacherously, go ahead.
Dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance.
Right, who is the house of Judah? The Negro, the Haitians, and the West Indians, man. The Southern Kingdom, go ahead. Because he focused on us the most. And mainly the so-called Negro, because we the head of all the tribes, man. And the Lord and Savior came from Judah. Go ahead.
And have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
And have greatly offended and revenged himself upon us, go ahead.
Therefore, thus says the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom.
Right, the Lord said he's going to stretch out his hand upon Edom. Go ahead.
And will cut off man and beast from it.
Come. Which that's the same prophecy about Babylon, right?
Right.
So it's Edom and Babylon go hand in hand. Oh, daughter, virgin daughter of Babylon, the children of Edom. Remember the children of Edom, virgin daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedim shall fall by the sword.
Right.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
So the Lord said he's going to lay vengeance upon you devils by the hand of his people Israel. Go ahead.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
So we going to do according to the Lord's anger. We can't get mad enough. When the Lord put that spirit upon us, and you know the Lord's anger, go back when he flooded the whole earth. That's the anger of the Lord. So that's the anger the Lord going to put on his people, man. When it's time to pay you devils back.
And according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, says the Lord.
Right. And everybody going to know the vengeance in that day. Go ahead. They go ahead. I guess WLBT don't want to report this. How you doing, sis? You want to get the sign and put it on the news? You think they'll let you put this sign on the news right here? Go ahead. That's it. Go ahead.
This Numbers chapter 35, I'm gonna start at verse 32. And ye shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land unto the death of the priest. And this is the point, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
So this land cannot be cleansed by the blood that was shed therein. Go ahead.
But by the blood of him that shed it.
But by the blood of him that shedded it. So that's how it's gonna be cleansed, man. Y'all gonna pay by y'all blood, man. That's how you gonna pay.
Not by money, not by any materialistic thing, by your blood. Just like back in Ezekiel 35, where it said, because you did not fear blood, so blood gonna pursue you.
Right, but you didn't hate blood.
Can't hate blood.
Right, so blood gonna pursue thee until it overtake thee. But with that,
That we gonna close out. First and foremost, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Give double honor to the elders. Salutation to you brothers and sisters out there pushing this word and keeping this word sincerity and truth. Also to the children that's keeping this word of sincerity and truth. We just want to say Shalom, DTB, and Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.